So discussing about the 6 Vyavaharika Pramas. Those 6 Vyavaharika Pramas are generated by 6 Pramanas. So there are the 6 types of knowledges because we have 6 instruments of knowledge, out of which the first one is Pratyaksha Prama, knowing directly. Knowing directly means what exactly do you mean by that? So here we have the Siddhanti says, Pramana Chaitanya Bhinna Vishaya Chaitanyam is Pratyaksha Prama. So finally, the definition of Prama or knowledge should end up in consciousness, because there is no knowledge other than consciousness. So how is this consciousness, which is now treated as direct knowledge, where the Pramana Chaitanyam, meaning consciousness, the consciousness is one, consciousness which is conditioned by or limited by the Pramana. Okay. So there is Pramana in one desha of Chaitanya. In one part of Chaitanya, there is Pramanam. In another part, there is Vishaya. But what has happened? That because of this, the Chaitanyam appears to be different. And so now, when the Pramana Chaitanyam becomes one with the Vishaya Chaitanyam, this is then called as the Pratyaksha Prama. This is the Siddhanta's definition of what is called as direct experience. So now let us examine this definition in the segments. If any segment is extra or is short. Pramana Chaitanyam, Pratyaksha Prama, if that Pramana Chaitanyam itself was called as Pratyaksha Prama, then what would be the problem? Then everything, because all those Pramanas will all those Pramanas will limit the consciousness, will become the adjunct, will become the conditioning for the consciousness, correct? Because they are by nature, they are Pramanas. So now if the Pramana Chaitanyam was to be called, not Pramanam, the Pramana Chaitanyam was to be called as the Pratyaksha Prama, then by that virtue, the Prama, the Chaitanyam is going to be limited by all the 6 Pramanas. Then they will also over there, the Anumiti, Upamiti, etc. will also have to be called as direct knowledge. But this is against our experience. You don't call anything as an experience, or you don't call anything as this Anumiti and Upamiti. You don't call them Paroksha knowledge generated by the Shabdi Prama. You don't call the Shabda Pramanam. You don't call that as direct knowledge. And therefore, if it was to be said only Pramana Chaitanyam is Pratyaksha Prama, then what will be the problem? There is going to be the problem of Ativyapti. And where will that Ativyapti take place? Anumityado. And therefore, in order to avoid such Ativyapti, we have the second segment of the definition, which is Vishaya Chaitanya. So Tadvaranaya Vishaya Chaitanya. Now say suppose okay, then Vishaya Chaitanya is required because now this Vishaya is directly has the yogyata of knowing it directly. Okay, and so let us then avoid even the Pramana Chaitanyam and Abhinnam. So Abhinnam Pramana Chaitanyam we will not have, we will simply keep the consciousness which is limited by the Vishaya. We are not talking about the Vishaya. What are we talking about? The consciousness. But how is this consciousness limited by Vishaya? So Vishaya avachinna chaitanyam. And to make it brief, what will be said? Vishaya chaitanyam. So Vishaya chaitanya bhinnam vritti avachinna chaitanyam. So Vishaya chaitanya bhinnam vritti avachinna chaitanyam pratyaksham iti pratyaksha prama iti ukte Brahma pratyakshe ativyapti syad. Now this is a little different. Vishaya chaitanya bhinnam, if you were to say Vishaya, instead of keeping the Pramana Chaitanyam, you can say Vishaya Chaitanya Bhinnam Vrityavachinna Chaitanyam. Now, don't keep the conditioning. Don't keep the condition. Ye shart mat lagao ki vah vritti pramana vritti hi ho. That the vritti should be pramana vritti. It can be any vritti. So Vishaya Chaitanyam is there and there is vritti. So that vritti is also going to become an adjunct and will limit the Chaitanyam. So Vishaya Chaitanyam, Vritti Chaitanyam. So Vishaya Chaitanya Bhinna, Vritti Chaitanyam. Pratyaksham Prama. If we were to say this as Pratyaksha Prama, then what will happen? Sir, there will again be the problem of Ativyapti. And this time the Ativyapti will take place even in Brahma, even in an error. Because the Brahma is also a vritti. So there is a vritti about the Brahma. So Sarpakara vritti is taking place, Rajatakara vritti is also taking place. And therefore, what will happen at this point? That the vritti is not necessarily only about the Vishaya, only about the object, which is a Yogya Vishaya. But the vritti can take place even about the Brahma Vishaya. So Rajata, in the Shukti Rajatam, that Rajatam is Brahma Vishaya Rajatam, or the Sarpa, Raju Sarpa, that Sarpa is also Brahma Vishaya. So it is Brahma. And therefore, you cannot say that Vishaya Chaitanya Bhinna Vritti Chaitanyam is Pratyaksha Prama. Why? Because there is going to be the Ativyapti, and where will this Ativyapti take place? In Brahma. Okay, Brahma. Okay. In order to avoid that, we have the Pramana Chaitanyam. Okay. न चैवमपि विषय चैतन्या भिन्न प्रमाण चैतन्यम इदमाकार वृत्त्यवच्छिन्न भ्रम विषय रजतावभास्क साक्षि चैतन्यम इति पुनः अतिव्याप्तिरिति वाच्यम्. Now you have said Vishaya Chaitanya Bhinna, Pramana Chaitanyam. Now, Chaitanya, Idamakara Vritti Avachinna, Brahma, Vishaya Rajatava Bhasaka Sakshi Chaitanyam. Okay. This is very interesting. This is nice. The thing is that it doesn't allow me to see you people. 1 second. Now, what happens that when you are going to see the Rajju Sarpa or Shukti Rajatam, our question to you at this point is, you are directly experiencing Shukti Rajatam. That Rajatam is experienced. So question is, sir, please tell us, how are you seeing, experiencing the Shukti Rajatam? How are you experiencing it? Oh, it's very nice. We are not asking nice or not, like how are you doing? That is not our question. The question is, your eyes can see only that what is there, isn't it? So if the eyes are capable of showing anything, then the eyes are capable of showing only the Shukti. Cannot show you that what is not there. Eyes are not going to show you that what is not there. Sir, but then how are you seeing the Shukti Rajatam? Now, this is very subtle. Ignorance and the products of ignorance, Ajnanam and Ajnana Karyam, both are illumined not by the Pramanas, it is illumined by the Sakshi Chaitanyam directly. Okay? Because there are certain things which are Indriya Bhasyam or Pramana Bhasyam. There are certain things where, like hunger, I am hungry. How do you know that you are hungry? Because you start seeing some colors and forms. Because this is the color of the hunger and this is the form of the hunger. Is that how you know there is hunger? Do you hear the sounds of hunger? Some people may have sounds of indigestion. Do you hear sounds of hunger? No. So these indriyas, pancha jnanendriyas, are not capable of showing you hunger. Now please tell, is hunger something that you infer, oh, because I have started doing like this, or feeling like this, that must be hunger? Or it is directly experienced, I am hungry. You see? So now we have removed the possibility that the pancha jnanendriyas are capable of showing you things like hunger, sukha, dukkha, ajnanam, sleep. All these things is not what is illumined by the indriyas.
Indriyas.
It is not even something that you infer. Correct?
Yes,
Yes,
Swami.
Swamiji.
It is not something whose existence you come to know because of the scriptures. Oh, because the Shruti is saying there must be hunger. Is that how you know hunger?
No.
No. So hunger is directly experienced. So now such things are experienced in the sense they are known. And so over here, the agency which illumines the agent of its illumination is Sakshi himself. Okay, the Sakshi Chaitanya himself, itself is the illuminator, not through Indriyas or all these Brahmanas. So in the things that are directly illumined by the Sakshi, Ajnanam is one thing. And the Ajnana Karyam also is going to be illumined by Sakshi. Got it? So the eyes, etc., cannot show you the the Rajatam, the Shukti Rajatam. Got it? The eyes, etc., cannot show you Shukti Rajatam. So what is it that is showing you this Shukti Rajatam then? Or you say that there is this experience, I know Shukti Rajatam. Or I can see the snake, I can see the silver. How is this experience possible? That you know you are experiencing it. How? The eyes, etc., cannot do it. It is not inferred. It is not something whose existence you believe because of the Shabda. Yet you are saying the snake is, the Rajatam is, and I am experiencing it at this moment. True?
Yes. Yes, Swami.
Yeah. Then how does this experience become possible if not through the Pramanas? So, what is the Pramana doing? Illumining. Exactly in the same way, the Sakshi is also Chaitanyam and is capable of illumining and therefore illumines the ignorance, hunger, sukha, dukkha, etc. directly. And so now this is illumined by the Sakshi. Correct? So,
Swamiji, if in a room there is a person who is blind and there is another person who can see and there is no light, so the Brahma will only happen to the person who has eyes or his Chakshu Indriya are working.
correct.
So how we can say that it is illumined by only by Sakshi? In that situation, the Sarparajju Brahma should happen to the blind person also.
Yeah, it can happen even to the blind person.
But
If the
in
blind
this
person,
situation,
if the blind person accidentally steps over something that is roundish, longish, and slippery.
Swamiji, Indriya Gyan is working here, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is what I'm trying to bring here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we cannot completely say that only it is illumined by Sakshi. It has to...
See, now what happened, you look at that. What has happened is, your eyes, immediately the Chakshurindriya had started functioning.
Ji.
So the Chakshurindriya now reaches out to the object in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
But the Chakshurindriya is not able to cover
Can't hear Swamiji.
सुनाई दे रहा है?
Ji Swamiji, voice is coming now.
Yes, Swamiji.
Yes, Swamiji.
Yeah, video is also coming now.
No, no, video is not coming to me.
Chalo, we have just few minutes more. So Chakresh, what happened is that the Chakshurindriya, because it is a function of the Chakshurindriya
Ji.
to go to do the samparka, to be connected to the Vishaya.
Ji Swamiji.
So now the Chakshur, and it is in the form of Vritti, Chakshurindriya also.
Ji Swamiji.
Chakshurindriya means don't consider the eyeballs, okay?
Ji, it is a part of Sukshma Sharir.
It is a Vritti. So now the Chakshurindriya goes and covers, as if covers the object.
Ji Swamiji.
Then what happens over here is, in other cases, this can take place that the Chakshurindriya is able to cover the pot.
Ji.
But in case of this Rajju presently, now the Chakshu, for the Chakshu, there is a Vyavadhana. There is an obstacle. What is that obstacle which is not allowing the Chakshu to have a proper contact with the object?
Avidya.
Light,
No.
light,
There is not proper illumination.
Correct. The darkness, andhakar.
Yeah.
So the darkness or inadequate light. So instead of saying inadequate light, I'm going to say the darkness, andhakar. That is a better thing to say. So that darkness, which is not even completely dense, manda andhakar. This is better. How can you say manda andhakar in English?
Dim light.
Light darkness.
dim light,
Dim light.
Huh?
dim light.
Dim light. Dim light.
लाइट शब्द नहीं प्रयोग करना है मुझे,
हाँ,
डार्कनेस करना है, मंद अंधकार बोलना है, मंद प्रकाश नहीं बोलना, क्योंकि
Slight
मंद
darkness,
प्रकाश का काम नहीं है आवरण करना, आवरण करना
darkness.
अंधकार का काम है.
फिर
That
slight
is slight
darkness.
darkness.
Hmm?
There is
Slight
slight darkness.
Light darkness.
Light darkness नहीं समझी, slight darkness.
Slight.
Little darkness. Yeah, little darkness.
Okay. Chalo.
Room does
Now
not
you
have
see-
proper light. We can, if we say that way.
No, Chakresh, I want
Mild-
to avoid the word light. I
Mild,
don't
mild
want to say
darkness.
it is manda prakash. I want to say it is manda andhakar.
Mild darkness.
Okay, chalo, mild darkness. We will use mild darkness for now. But you understand the manda andhakar?
Ji Swamiji.
Okay. So what has happened is now the Chakshurindriya cannot go and establish the contact with the object outside, whatever it is not able to establish the contact because of that manda andhakar. Got it?
Ji Swamiji.
So now, of course, the Chakshu, though is there, but is not able to function.
Right.
And therefore, now the experience is something is there, but I don't know. Correct? I'm just deciphering it. This happens in such quick succession, the whole thing. That, I don't know, or I say, it doesn't go this slow. So what is the experience? क्या है पता नहीं चलता. Oh हो सांप है. No, this is a snake. हो गया. So that snake, that ignorance itself about the rope could not be destroyed by the pramana, because the pramana was not able to function over there, and so the ignorance remains, and ignorance is illumined by the sakshi. Correct?
Ji,
Ignorance
Swamiji.
is also illumined by the sakshi. समझ में आ रही है ना बात?
जी स्वामीजी.
This light of consciousness is a very wonderful thing, because it illumines even the darkness, even the ignorance. It is not opposed to ignorance. When will it oppose the ignorance? When the consciousness is riding on the vritti. Okay? So therefore,
Swami.
unless and until the ghatakara vritti takes place, the ghata ashyanam is not going to be destroyed.
But Swamiji, ये वृत्ति के लिए you have that the form goes into your mind, and mind which is illumined by the sakshi only throws light on the object, illumines the object, right? So even for a Brahma object, the vritti is formed in the mind, there's a modification which is illumined by the sakshi. And how do you say it is directly?
Vritti is illumined by the sakshi. Vritti ka kya problem hai? But the vritti is also carrying the light of consciousness reflection.
Yes, it is.
The consciousness is reflected or expressed in the vritti too.
Yes, sir.
Vrityavachinna chaitanyam
Yes.
is there.
Even in the Brahma,
So-
it is there. Yeah.
Now don't bring Brahma, just keep the ghata jnanam, ghatakara vritti.
Yes, Swami. Yes.
All right. So now the ajnanam, which is there, the avarana shakti or the avaranam, is destroyed by the vritti. Okay?
Yes. Yes.
Because is destroyed by the vritti, and the light of consciousness riding in the vritti illumines the pot. The vritti does not illumine, because vritti by itself is jada.
Yes.
Vritti cannot illumine. Vritti is jada. Exactly like the pot. So if the two pots come and crash on each other, it is not called illumination of each other. Why?
Yes.
Because one pot is as jad as the other pot. So vritti is as jad as the pot, but vritti has a function, and that function is to destroy the avaranam. And the illumination of the pot will be accomplished by the consciousness. But which consciousness is this now?
From the mind.
Vrittistha.
Vrityavachinna.
Vritti pratibimbita chid.
Correct. Vritti pratibimbita chaitanyam, athava, what will we call?
Vrityavachinna.
Vrityavachinna chaitanyam. Both is okay.
Ji.
Both is correct. Okay?
Ji, Swamiji.
This is the process how the pot is experienced. The ghata is experienced. Now, in case where the Brahma experience is taking place, and that is also directly known, now we have to understand the process, even how this Shukti Rajatam is experienced, where you say, I am directly experiencing the Rajatam. I have seen the snake myself. ऐसे ही बोलते हैं ना, I have experienced the snake myself. This is how you say.
Yes.
Yes,
How
Swamiji.
does that happen? So obviously the Chakshu is incapable of showing you that Rajatam, because Chakshu can show you only that what is there. Chakshu cannot show what is not there. True?
Yeah.
Yes, Swamiji.
Up to this point.
Yes, Swami.
Yes, Swamiji.
So how is this experience of Rajatam possible? So here we say, because the Chakshu could not contact the object, so the Ajnanam and its Avaranam was not destroyed, correct?
Mhm. Yes.
Yes, Swamiji.
Avaranam is not destroyed, so Ajnanam remains. So what is it that illumines the Ajnanam?
Sakshi.
Sakshi. What is it that will illumine even the Ajnana Karyam?
Sakshi.
Sakshi Chaitanya. Got it? So
Yes,
who is
Swamiji.
doing the function of a pramana over here to illumine Ajnanam and Ajnana Karyam?
Sakshi Chaitanya only.
Sakshi Chaitanya.
Exactly. Now this is what the Purva Paksha is saying. Samajh mein? Are you there step by step?
Yes, Swamiji.
Now this he is saying, sir, even if you say Vishaya Chaitanya Bhinna Pramana Chaitanya Bhinna Vishaya Chaitanyam is Pratyaksha Prama, then in that case, the function which is accomplished by the Sakshi is that also of the Pramana?
No,
True?
it's not. It's not
Of
of the
illumination?
Pramana.
No, Swamiji, it cannot.
Are suno na? What does the Pramanam do? Illumines its object.
Yes.
So the Chakshurindriya will illumine Ruparanga.
Yes.
So Sakshi is also illumining its own objects, Ajnanam and Ajnana Karyam, etc.
Yes.
Yes.
Huh? So in this sense, the function of the Pramanam is done by
Sakshi.
Sakshi.
Sakshi. Got it? So he
Swamiji, this
says,
is
no, this is Purva Paksha na. पहले से
Yes,
ना
Swami,
कर
this is
मत
Purva
करना।
Paksha.
पहले तो शुरू इसका तो निराकरण होना ही है, लेकिन पूर्व पक्ष है ना ये चक्रेश।
जी जी स्वामी जी।
हाँ, इसका निराकरण करने के लिए तो इसको मजबूत बना रहे हैं। So the Purva Paksha says, sir, now over here the Sakshi does this work of illumination, like the Pramanas in other cases. So we will keep Sakshi as a Pramana Chaitanyam over here. So Pramana Chaitanya Bhinna Vishaya Chaitanyam is Pratyaksha Prama. That's what you are saying. And by that virtue, if the Sakshi is the Pramana Chaitanyam, and what is the Vishaya? Rajata.
Brahma.
Okay.
जी
So this Rajatam will also have Shukti and consciousness is the basis, Adhishtan for everything. The
Yes.
consciousness is the Adhishtan for everything.
Yes.
yes
So over here, Vishaya Chaitanyam is also the Rajatavachina Chaitanyam is also there. So now, if the Pramana Chaitanyam, meaning the Sakshi Chaitanyam, and over here the Vishaya Chaitanyam becomes one, then you will have to say, even this knowledge that I am seeing the Rajatam, even this experience I am seeing this Rajatam will have to be called as Prama, Pratyaksha Prama. But is experiencing Rajatam Prama or is it Brahma?
it is Brahma.
It is Brahma. So now, even when you have given this definition, your definition still carries the defect of Ativyapti. And where is the Ativyapti Purva Paksha showing?
In Brahma.
In Brahma. Now, this dosha has to be removed by the Siddhanti. Got it?
जी स्वामी जी।
Yes, Swami.
आई बात समझ में? So
Yes.
now
So,
read that
Swamiji,
line.
sorry, one more, one question. So, in case of Brahma Vritti, so because there is no, what do you call that? Their covering is not removed, the Pramanam is not working. So, it means that there is no modification of the mind at that time. Directly, the Sakshi is illuminating it. A vritti
Are bhai,
usually
but
is
But
usually
over here, that's
Yeah, yes,
okay.
Swami.
You formulate how to answer this Purva Pakshi. I'm not saying that the Purva Pakshi is right. Nobody says it is Purva Pakshi only. But you will have to make it Upapanna. You somehow will have to make it logically explicable. Do you understand this?
Yes, Swami.
Swamiji, with the logic of Purva Pakshi, he is trying to make Brahmavritti and actual.
What he's saying is your definition. What is Siddhanta's definition of Pratyaksha Prama?
Vishaya Chaitanya Abhinna Pramana Chaitanya.
Ye hai na? So he says now
Ji.
this is happening in the case of Brahma also.
Swamiji, their Praman is not working properly, so he cannot say that whatever I am seeing is.
Indriya may not be working, but Sakshi is working or not.
Swami, Sakshi is also working in Ajnanam also, then everything what we are seeing is true in that sense.
ठीक है भाई, मेरे ऊपर मत टूट पड़ना.
नहीं Swamiji. I'm trying, yeah.
पूर्व पक्ष है,
स्वामी
उसका
जी,
जवाब है.
sir.
Now all that you have to show is there is no ativyapti taking place. That's all that you have to say.
Right.
So
Swamiji.
all that you have to say, in this definition, this ativyapti that you have shown is not taking place. So Purva Paksha
Swamiji.
is showing you ativyapti. According to
Swamiji.
him, it is ativyapti. Now it is the Siddhanti's work to show that there is no ativyapti. The definition is okay.
Right.
Okay. So shall we stop here?
Yes.
Let us read that line and then stop. Now that nacha evam, don't read that much part. Iti na vachyam, that na will come to that vachyam and then it will become the Siddhanti's this thing jawab. Vishaya Chaitanya Bhinna Pramana Chaitanyam Idamakara Vritya Vachinna Brahma Vishaya Rajata Bhasaka Sakshi Chaitanyam. So now that Rajatam is also Idamakara Vritti. In the it is seen in the Idamakara Vritti.
Yes.
Okay. So Brahma कहाँ गया? विषय चैतन्य भिन्न प्रमाण चैतन्यम इदमाकार वृत्त्यवच्छिन्न भ्रम विषय रजत. So now this rajata is also, there is rajata outside. That ajnanam is there. That ajnanam has transformed itself into rajatam, and the vritti has taken the form of that Ajnana Karya Rajatam. Okay? Vritti has taken form of what? Which Rajatam? Panchamahavautik Rajatam or the Ajnana Avidyakrit Rajatam?
Avidyakrit Rajatam.
Avidyakrit Rajatam. So, Idamakar Vritya Vachinna Brahma Vishaya Rajata Bhasaka Sakshi Chaitanyam. So now that Sakshi Chaitanyam and that other Chaitanyam, which is Vishaya Chaitanyam, are becoming one. And therefore, Punaha Ativyapti, there is again Ativyaptis are still taking place in the Brahma. So we are saying Iti Navachyam. Don't say that. Now you understand the sentence?
Yes, Swamiji.
Yes, Swami.
Iti Navachyam. Why? Because how should the Vishaya be for the Prama for it to be called as Prama?
Abadita. Anadigata abadita.
abadhitattvasyapi vishaya visheshanatvat. We already have said that the vishaya should be abadhita. Okay? So just by the virtue that it is vishaya does not make it prama.
Ji
Just
Swamiji.
because it is vishaya, something that is known or something that is experienced, it does not qualify that experience to be prama. Got it?
Ji Swamiji.
Why?
Yes, sir.
Because the vishaya needs to be abadhita. So abadhitattvasyapi vishaya visheshanatvat. ठीक है सरिता?
Yes, Swamiji. Yes,
Okay.
Swamiji.
Swamiji's explanation, there is no doubt. It is so clear and nicely refuted. I mean, nobody can stand against this line.
Yeah. It is like that. But I mean, yeah, I say chalega aage. ठीक है, very good. I'm happy that you are enjoying your liking. चलो. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेद विभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. Thank you all. Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
Swamiji. Pranam.
Thank you,
Hari Om, Pranam,
Swamiji.
Swamiji.